me bring in our guest, Professor Jiang Shixue. He is the director of the Center for Latin American Studies at Shanghai University. Welcome to our program, Professor. Now, Foreign Minister Wang Yi stressed the need to promote multilateralism and free trade during the BRICS meeting. How can cooperation among and between BRICS members contribute to that end? And what are your expectations from the upcoming BRICS summit in November?
Well, as you know, these 5 countries are very important in political and also economic aspects. So in the face of rising unilateralism and trade protectionism, so they should cooperate to push forward the so-called multilateralism. Well, I would say that first of all, they should join hands in the WTO to push forward the so-called speed up of the talk of the Doha round. This kind of negotiation has been going on for so many years. So these 5 countries should push forward the negotiation of the Doha round. Mm-hmm. Secondly, they should safeguard the principles of the UN charters. Okay, of course, finally, they need to deal with the rising challenges within and outside of the BRICS. Well, there are several challenges, I would say. And one of the most important challenges for me is the possibility that Brazil might abandon its status as a developing country, okay? You know, because it wants to join the OECD. OECD is a club for the rich countries. And as the US says, okay, if you want to join OECD, if you want me to support you for this membership, you need to abandon your status as a developing country.
What would that mean for the BRICS bloc, which consists of 5 countries?
There will be a kind of a new challenge. Mm-hmm. You know, if Brazil says goodbye to its status as a developing country, that will weaken the unity of the BRICS. That will weaken the unity of this group in pushing forward multilateralism. So I hope that in the coming summit in Brazil, okay, so President Bolsonaro of Brazil need to tell other BRICS members, what should we do? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, for your second part about the so-called free trade, yes, it is very important. Free trade covers 2 dimensions. One is free trade for everybody, the 200 countries in the world. Secondly, many people are talking about the possibility of establishing a FTA, free trade agreement. Even some scholars, some of my friends suggest that, well, why not a FTA, a free trade agreement? But I would say it's not easy, you know, because Brazil is a member of the Mercosur. Mercosur is the Portuguese acronym for the South, Common Market of the South. And Mercosur is a customs union. According to its regulation, no member is allowed to have FTA with other members. Mm-hmm. So in terms of legal matters, Brazil is not allowed to sign FTA with other BRICS members. So this is also a kind of challenge. So I would say that BRICS has achieved lots of progress, the new development bank, other kinds of things. But at the same time, challenges. So we need to avoid the trap of talk shop, okay? So deeds are more important than words.
Yeah, sure. And Foreign Minister Wang Yi's trip will also take him to Chile. Can you shed some light on China's relationship with Latin American countries, and how will this visit help further boost their ties?
Well, as you know, in the past 2 or 3 decades, China's relationship with the region has been developing so rapidly. China has published 2 policy papers. China has set up so many Confucius institutes. And China has invested a lot in the region. That's good for the region to grow its economy. And China also have lots of bilateral trade between the 2 sides. So I would say the bilateral relationship can be said that now at the best stage since 1492, the year Columbus discovered the new Americas. Okay, of course, we also need to note that the region has been the so-called natural extension of the Belt Road. So I hope that the Foreign Minister Wang Yi will have a kind of a policy coordination with his counterparts in South America. And don't forget that Chile will host the APEC summit this year. So Chinese leader President Xi Jinping will be quite busy. So, so
Sure.
he will go to South America to attend the APEC summit and then BRICS summit.
Yeah.
So that will boost the bilateral relationship between our two sides.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Jiang Shixue, for your insight. Appreciate it.